Just 12 hours ago, a new bill was introduced in the UK's Parliament to clarify crypto's legal status. And so Bitcoin and other digital assets can now be considered personal property under this new draft law. Hi everybody and welcome again to another episode of Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video we're going to be focusing on a new bill that has just been introduced in Parliament literally around 12 hours ago. This, as the government is saying, is going to clarify crypto's legal status. They also say that owners of Bitcoin and other digital assets will benefit from greater legal protection thanks to an important clarification to the law. So this article is actually from the British government's website. So let's dive straight in, give it a quick read through and then we'll comment after. So the Property, Digital Assets and etc. Bill introduced in Parliament today will mean that for the first time in British history, digital holdings including crypto, NFTs such as digital art and even carbon credits can be considered as personal property under the law. The bill will also ensure Britain maintains its pole position in the emerging global crypto race by being one of the first countries to recognise these assets in law. Previously, digital belongings were not definitively included in the scope of English and Welsh property law, leaving owners in a legal grey area if their assets were interfered with. The new law will therefore also give legal protection to owners and companies against fraud and scams while helping judges deal with complex cases where digital holdings are disputed or form part of settlements, for example in divorce cases. Justice Minister Heidi Alexander said, "Our world-leading legal services form a vital part of our economy, helping to drive forward growth and keep Britain at the heart of the international legal industry. It is essential that the law keeps pace with evolving technologies, and this legislation will mean that the sector can maintain its position as a global leader in crypto assets and bring clarity to complex property cases. Today's news also means the UK legal sector will be better equipped to respond to new tech, attracting more business and investment to the legal services industry, which is already worth £34 billion a year to the economy. It is estimated that English law governs £250 billion of global mergers and acquisitions and 40% of global corporate arbitrations, so keeping the law up to date is vital to ensuring that the UK remains the law of choice internationally." So as far as the UK is going to be concerned, crypto is property. And so there are, several fascinating aspects to this, which are going to mark significant legal advancements in the UK, particularly for crypto and, other digital assets like NFTs and what have you. And so what we're actually looking at here is the creation of a new property category under law. So one of the most striking aspects of all this is the introduction of a third category of property. So traditionally, property under English and I believe Welsh law has been divided into two categories, and that's things in possession, so tangible property like cars, gold, silver, money, things like that. And then you've got things that are in action, as they call it, which is intangible property like shares or debts, things that you can't physically touch, in other words. And so this new bill will introduce a new category specifically designed actually for digital assets and, like crypto tokens. And in a way, it's kind of reflecting and accepting that Bitcoin and crypto has this kind of unique nature because they've had to create this new category basically within the law. And also for carbon credits, which I'm not going to talk too much about, but carbon credits basically are a tokenization of carbon, that's what they're trying to do with it. And this, in my opinion, is a good thing. We like to think that the government should just leave us alone and not get involved, but the fact is that the government will get involved, and so it's up to us to try and make it as friendly as possible towards crypto and any new laws. And this is good in my opinion. It kind of shows that this sort of legal innovation shows the adaptability of UK law. It shows that we're kind of up to date, that we're modern, that we can we can change if we need to, if new technology or emerging technologies come along, we can change, we accept that the world's changing and we're willing to change with it. Obviously, this article is biased because the government have written it. It's on the government website, so they're going to say that it's a great idea and stuff because it's a law and the government loves passing new laws. But they are saying that this will, provide clearer guidelines for courts, which should be a good thing because it'll mean that it's easier to solve disputes over digital assets, as the article says, like legal disputes like divorce, inheritance. I would imagine it'll also make things easier. Fraud, when the money's got to go back to the victim. Well, it's not even money, it's not currency, it's property. So it's going to be sent back to the victim, I would imagine. Because before, there was significant uncertainty over how it was supposed to be done. The courts didn't know what to do. The government didn't know what to do, so they just kind of hung on to it all. And then, so this is good in that way. At least we know where we stand now. We know where the law is and what we can do and what we can't do, which is what we've been asking for years. We don't mind following the law. We're happy to follow the law. But what is it? What is the law? What are the rules so that we can follow it? One good thing out of this, though, I think, is that it will add some legal protection for, not for scams, but for victims of scams and victims of theft, because it'll be very easy now for a judge to just treat it like he would treat any other property. If there's a victim, it'll be easy to get sorted out, providing they can find the person that's done it and obviously and all that. Rather than not knowing what to do now, it's much better for the victim, because they can rely on a more robust sort of legal framework now to recover their what would be stolen property, as it is. So and be able to either get that back or be compensated for the losses by the person that's the scammer or the fraudster. So it's good in that. And given that there is basically prevalence of scams and security breaches in crypto, it's kind of crucial, really, especially for people that don't actually, that are new to crypto, who might fall victim to these types of scams. It'll make it easier for them to get the money back, easier for them to sue the scammer. And another great thing which the article touches on, which is something close to my heart, is that is the impact on corporate transactions and arbitration. We're going to actually have, now that we know the rules and the companies in other countries know the rules and startups know the rules, we can now move on. We could become a preferred legal jurisdiction for digital assets companies and crypto firms, for setting up contracts, for doing business, which is all income for the UK. And that's how we become the digital crypto hub, if you will, that politicians have been talking about for so long. This is how we do it, by providing regulatory clarity so that people know where they stand. So we can, even if it's bad, at least it's bad. You can deal with that. You can go somewhere else. And you'll go somewhere else anyway. If there's any confusion or you don't know whether you're going to be prosecuted if you set up a business in this country later, if you're going to be breaking laws later, or you're going to have to leave, then you're not going to do business anyway. So you might as well create the law so that everyone knows where they stand, at least. And it also said that the bill directly addressed recommendations from the Law Commission, which did a report in 2023 about crypto, which were basically they were trying to remove any sort of legal uncertainties around digital assets. And the good thing about this is that it shows that the government, the British government, is actively engaging with expert advice, because they don't, that's a great thing for me, because that means we're able to influence them. We can get things, we can persuade them to be sensible about all this and not to just, be rough with crypto. We don't want any bannings or anything like that. So we're actually seeing these sort of legal reforms that are keeping pace with technological advances, which is what crypto is all about. And so this actually puts the UK, sort of a real global leader, an actual global leader in crypto regulation, at least. And so this law is going to position the UK as a global leader in the regulation of crypto assets. So that's going to enhance our competitiveness in this sort of global crypto race that's going on. We're going to be one of the countries that's be able to offer a proper legal framework for digital assets, NFTs, Bitcoin, whatever it is that you're into, you know, that you'll be able to come to the UK, you'll know the rules, you'll know that you're not breaking the law, you'll be able to set up a business, you'll be able to transact, you'll be able to do what you want. And so for crypto startups and fintech companies, you know, businesses, exchanges, investors, that's a great thing, you know. So this new law is, I would call, an important step towards modernising the UK, its legal landscape. It's going to reflect the realities of the digital age. So all in all, it's a good thing. You know, crypto and is just a rapidly evolving space, and the laws have to change. You know, the government is going to have to keep up, and it's not going to stop now. You know, they're going to have to keep changing the laws because crypto is changing, you know, lightning pace. So that's what I've got for you anyway today, guys. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell if you got some value from this video, and I'll see you all next time.